Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to Primetime Poulton. I'm your host, comic book writer Mark Poulton. Today we're doing an unboxing video. Earlier this week, you may have seen it on Facebook. There was an ad running from this company called Zavvi. If you were like me, I've never heard about this company before, and their deal sounded a little too good to be true. They were offering 10 DC Comics hardcovers, and they had a great selection for only $34.95. I was like, wait, this sounds too good to be true. I did a little research online. And what do you know? They're legit. So I decided to take a dive, and I made a purchase. And I think I made the purchase Monday night. Today's Friday. 4 days later, my books are here. So we're going to open them up and take a look. You guys can check out what I got. And when I say they have a great selection, you'll see for yourself. Okay, up first, Quiver, Part 1, Green Arrow. This was written by Kevin Smith. I remember when this book was coming out, there was so much hype around it. I loved the series. I collected it. Like a lot of my comics, I sold them back in the day to pay for my honeymoon when I got married. So it's nice to get like a hardcover collection. I'm more into collected editions now instead of single issues. Now, these books were from Eagle Moss. Eagle Moss did like a graphic novels club maybe a couple years ago. I never heard about it until I did a little research, but it was like the greatest DC Comics graphic novels. And every month, I guess, almost like Columbia House CDs for you old heads like me, you would get a new selection. And there's a picture on the spine. When you put all the books together, they form an image. I think it's of the Justice League. I don't know. There's no way I'm going to be able to get all the books, especially since the graphic novel club is over now, I think. I don't know. Either way, they're not letting new members be a part of it. So I think these were like overstock, and Zavvi scooped them up and offered them to fans. And yeah, man, I'm all about free or cheap hardcovers. So Green Arrow Quiver, Part 1. New Gods, Part 2. This is Jack Kirby. This is a no-brainer, man. Jack Kirby's the king. His New Gods run, I've always wanted to check it out. My buddy Sean, I think, has all the original issues, but now I have a collected edition. Part 2, you're going to say, oh, where's Part 1? Just wait. Next up, JSA, The Golden Age. This was a prestige format miniseries back in the 90s, which I loved and collected. I love, you've seen my videos. I'm all about those prestige format books. I make them myself these days. All my crowdfunders are prestige format. Nice cardstock cover, square bound spine, quality. But this is 3 issues, I believe it was, back in the 90s, collected in this nice hardcover. They call it JSA, The Golden Age. I think back in the 90s it was just called The Golden Age. But yeah, I'm looking forward to revisiting this. The Teen Titans, Birth of the Titans. Come on, man. Wolfman Perez, can't go wrong there. Teen Titans are awesome. I love all incarnations of the Teen Titans. I love Teen Titans Go. I even like that Teen Titans show on the DC app. It's not the best, but I like it. Legends miniseries, collected edition. This was great because Legends led into Justice League International, the Bwahaha Justice League, which I loved. Maxwell Lord, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Guy Gardner. Those were my guys. Legends sort of led into it, and I believe this was done by John Byrne. This was like when Byrne came to DC, did Legends, did Man of Steel, Superman, stuff like that. So this is awesome. Very excited about it. Also includes Firestorm Volume 1, Number 1. So it's a nice little bonus. I love me some Firestorm. I have all the original issues. Here we go. So New Gods Part 1. You already saw Part 2. Here's Part 1. You know, it's the whole Kirby collection. It's awesome. Enough said. Green Arrow Quiver Part 2. The second half of Kevin Smith's run. I've already, said so much about it. I love Kevin Smith. I could cry about him. Kevin's a big crier these days. Nothing wrong with that. He's in touch with his emotions. That's cool. So I've been listening to Rob Liefeld's podcast, Rob Observations, a lot, and he just I don't know if it was recent or I was just listening to an old one, but he was talking about Legion of Superheroes and how that was a big book back in the day, and it's not really happening right now. But back in the day, Legion of Superheroes was hot. This is a great Darkness saga. This is supposed to be acclaimed. I tried to get into it a couple years ago, and I just couldn't. I had a big oversized hardcover, thicker too, so it was so more issues. It was real dense. I couldn't get into it. This is like a more streamlined version, so I guess it's just like the main issues and not like all the stuff leading up to it. So, I owe it to myself. Not only am I a big comic fan, I'm a big Rob Liefeld fan, and if Rob says Legion of Superheroes used to be hot, I owe it to myself to see for myself. Rob's never led me wrong. All right, Superman Panic in the Sky. When I was big into collecting in the 90s, I was never like a Superman guy or a trade paperback guy, but when this storyline was done, this was the very first trade paperback I ever bought, Panic in the Sky. Like a lot of my comics, they were sold, but as you can see, a bunch of collected editions. Panic in the Sky hardcover, has my guy Gardner on it. So, out of the 10, if I'm getting 10 for $34.95, I'm getting Panic in the Sky. And then last book, we've seen 9. This is number 10. I remember seeing this book on the shelves back in the 90s when it came out, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. This is Superman Batman World's Finest. This is like a painted story by, I want to say, Dan Brereton. He did a lot of cool stuff back in the day, but I never, for whatever reason, picked it up. This looks awesome. I think he also did like another Batman story called Thrill Kill or Thrill Killer or something that dealt with Robin. It'd be awesome if that was a collected book. But super excited that I jumped on this offer. 10 hardcovers for only $34.95. I mean, there was shipping, so it came out to be about $45. So $4.50 a hardcover. I got a huge variety of awesome stuff, as you can see. Have a lot of reading to do during these summer months. So thanks for watching, guys. I don't think the deal's still running. You might want to check out their website. It's Zavvi, ZAVVI.com. They have other good deals. Apparently they're good for Steelbook Blu-rays and other things. So check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit notifications, and I will see you next time on Primetime Poulton. Thanks. Hey guys, I just wanted to add one more thing to the video. Now when I talked about the books, I talked how they had a picture. When all the spines were put together, it formed one giant picture, and I knew I wouldn't get a complete picture because there's probably like over 100 books in the collection, and I only have 10 of them. And I think the Graphic Novel Club has been discontinued. But 5 of my books fit together, and look who it formed. My dude Hawkman. I used to write for DC Comics, and who did I write? Hawkman. So I I don't know, the comic gods were smiling down on me and gifted me this cool little present. I dig it, man. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.